Hi, Earth signs, all the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. My name is Michelle Kelly. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and give me a thumbs up. It helps me get seen on YouTube. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. So, Earth signs, I want to talk to you guys about the mid-February reading. So the first one, I shuffled and meditated over your cards before they started to come out, before I started doing this reading. So the first one that came out was Truth Be Told. The next one is Higher Power. And the last one is Why. And it is a book with wings. So, okay. So this is saying truth be told. So something was brought to your attention. You're starting to see the truth. And the truth is you needed to get connected to your higher power. And the truth of this situation is helping you connect to your higher power even more. Helped you get connected, help you connect your head to your heart, which, you know, you guys are fixed signs. You have operated out of your heads for a very long time because you had to. You're now starting to get the divine connection, which is connecting your head to your heart. So that is beautiful and it's amazing. And congratulations, you guys. Books, it's like you need proof. You still need proof. That's okay. You're going to get your proof. But you're questioning, why is this happening? And this is happening because you guys are healers and you're light workers, and you're meant to help all of the other people that constantly need proof. That is your job here on this earth, is to show all the people who need proof how you got your proof, okay? So I hope you guys are able to believe and trust that, because you guys need physical, tangible proof. And you know what? You're starting to get it. And the people who are going to believe you are the same people who needed it the same way that you did to get it. And they're going to trust. They're going to trust and believe you because you're an analytical thinker. So the truth be told says honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. It says there is the truth, which is the essence of a thing. And then there is the truth, subjective, according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for a debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that you kept tied to is an illusion. It will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with these miracles. Okay, so you guys, you had to operate out of your ego, which is your head, which tells you really screwed up shit. But, I don't want to say but, however, that is not your fault. You needed to protect yourself you needed to close down your heart because you needed to be safe and you needed to protect yourself. This is normal. It does not mean there's something wrong with you, but this means you had to operate out of denial. Most people do. The reason why you operate out of denial is because that's how you needed to survive up until now. You're coming out of that, and it's to get a connection with your higher power. This is part of your journey. My one friend Avery used to say, God is never in a hurry, but he's always on time. So this is your time. It couldn't have been done before now because you weren't ready. So if you're like, why didn't I learn this years ago? Because it wasn't your time. It's not because there's something wrong with you. You weren't ready. You needed to have certain things removed. You needed to have certain situations happen to you in order. It's like peeling the layer off of an onion. Like there's many, many layers, and you peel one layer and then there's another layer, and then there's another layer, and then there's another layer. So the outside of the onion is denial, and it needs to be there. It needs to be there until it doesn't need to be there. So the next one is conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. So this happened to you in order for you to protect yourself, but now it's happening, so it's starting to unhappen so you can get a connection to a higher power, to your divine self. And it says, this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is for the highest good of all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So you guys were taught, if you were to get something, you needed to make it fucking happen. So you did that. You did that for a really long time. And you know what, guys? You can only do that for so long. It gets exhausting. It gets exhausting to have to live like that. You don't have to make it fucking happen all the time. Have you ever tried to do something and no matter what you did, it just did not work out? When that happens, that is the divine making it not work out to redirect you in another way. So rejection is God's protection. And it's like, you guys, it's okay. You don't have to do everything on your own and by yourself. There is a divine presence in your life that wants the very best for you always and wants you to be happy and doesn't want you to have to make it fucking happen. That's not your job. You can't do it anyway. Things happen because, you know, it's like God does for you what you cannot do for yourself. So it's like things had to happen and get removed for you in order for you to see the bigger picture. Again, it is not wrong how you reacted, how you responded. You needed to do that until you got to a place where you don't need to do that anymore. And fortunately, what happens a lot of times is we need to be in so much pain before you're able to be like, fine, you do it. So something happened that you're like, fine, you do it. That's called the grace of God you have been given. And you know what? It has to happen in order for you to start your process of getting connected. So it says motives driving the intention, the power of knowing why. There is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about your intention, you will be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. You want to know why? Because you're a child of God. That's why. And because you guys are here to help other people. And it's not about the almighty dollar. And if you guys are able to start release some of that, trust me, it's very hard. You were taught that if you have the mighty dollar, almighty dollar, that's your why. Because you have to survive, that's why. And this is saying that is not why you're here. I'm sorry you were taught that. It's a hard thing to live up to, and it's never enough. And it doesn't fulfill you in the way that you thought it would. But a lot of times what happens is you have to chase it. You have to chase the dollar because that was part of your process. That's part of your practice. You needed to go get the money first to find out it's not all about the money. But a lot of times, most of the time, a lot of people, if you were brought up without money or you were taught people who have money are happier, this is the way that it is, you need to go that way to realize and to be, find out, okay, yes, it's nice to have money, but that's not everything. But you needed to find that out first. That's part of your process. It's not wrong. It's how you needed to learn it. It says perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And that's right, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You guys are doers. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, which tells me you guys are highly competitive people, which is a blessing. It's your gift, but it also can be your curse. I think in your life, maybe it has been a curse at first, and then you realize, guess what? It's your biggest gift. You guys are planners. You know how to make a plan, and you're here to help other people make a plan. And all the people who can't make plans, the creative people, they're here to teach you how to get a connection to your divine self. So until that happens, until you're able to allow that process to work, it says loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. So maybe you guys kept yourself isolated for a really long time because you didn't know that you're not here to be alone. You are not an island. You are not meant to be here by yourself. It says, I know that I'm never alone. There's so many people on this wheel. There's so many people that are just like you, that had to go through the same thing you had to go through. And you guys, you're healing. All the earth signs, you are healing, and you're starting to know that you're meant to help other people heal. The next thing says gratitude, and it says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So you're starting to realize that yes, maybe you needed to go the way that you did, but you're actually grateful for that experience because you know you learned so much from it. It taught you a lot. You are grateful. You don't have to give yourself away for free, but you also, it's like finding the balance between the all one way and all the other. It's like trying to incorporate the black with the white to make the gray. So I think you guys are very grateful for your life and what you've had and what you were able to do. And it's the next one, it says indecision. And it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So you guys are starting to trust and incorporate your intuition. And as you do it, you're going to be able to do it more and more. You don't just one day realize like, hey, I should trust myself, and you just automatically do. It's usually like you might think something and you might go in the opposite direction, and then you're like, I knew this was going to happen. And maybe you just don't stay in a situation that you were in for as long. It doesn't mean you're always going to listen to your intuition and trust it, but it's like every time you're able to listen to it and trust it and positive results happen, you'll be able to listen to it sooner. Not just all of a sudden wake up, you just listen to your intuition, you're like, fuck you, fuck this, and I'm good. It doesn't work like that. It's a process. So the next one says dignity, and it says take pride in yourself and all that you've become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. You guys, This is saying you are allowed to tell people about your accomplishments. It doesn't mean you're a bragger. It means you're here to help inspire other people. When people are like, nobody likes a bragger, it's not nobody likes a bragger. Nobody likes a person who constantly talks about themselves on and on, over and over again, and doesn't ask anybody else about their achievements or their accomplishments. So this is saying people need to hear about your achievements and all the things that you've done. It is not bragging. It is giving people hope and inspiration. And I'm going to tell you, there was this thing I saw on Facebook a while ago, and it says, one day our stories will be part of somebody else's survival guide. So you guys, please let other people know of your achievements and your choices and where you have come from and what you've been able to do. The world needs to hear that. The next one is union, and it's green, and it is love and healing. So it says, you have seen and unseen allies. Draw upon their strength. Join forces with friends and flourish. You are being connected to the divine. You are. And it says you have seen and unseen allies. They're your unseen allies. And it says join forces with friends and flourish. So maybe you guys have had a fear of people, and you're now starting to learn that you can trust other people because you can trust yourself. Because the more you're able to trust your intuition, the more you don't have to trust others, because you trust yourself and you know you can keep yourself safe. And you know, if you're around somebody that makes you not feel good, listen to that. It's not because they don't want you to feel good. It's because there's something not right in that person. The next one was anticipation, and it was upside down. So it says, something wonderful is happening. Changes in the air. Open yourself to blessings on the way. So when this anticipation was upside down, what it was telling me is like, you guys, you don't want to get too excited because you're afraid of, if you get too happy, then the rug will be pulled out from under you. And so like, this is saying, yes, earth signs, you're allowed to be excited. Enjoy. So what? So what if things don't go the way you plan? You're still allowed to get excited and be happy and wish for good things. It says something wonderful is happening. You know what's happening? You're starting to trust yourself. And imagine good things happening instead of like the sky is not falling in. What if you're here to tell people how beautiful the blue sky is? That's it. So all the earth signs for the rest of February, this is your sign signing off. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're still watching. And thank you so much. And I will see you all in March.